In this training byte, we will see some examples of solving some common PSpice errors, such as floating nodes and poor resolution, and we'll see how AutoConverge can often be used to resolve convergence issues. Let's start with a simple floating node error. Let's open the project node DC path from the class installation directory and run the simulation. Notice that the simulation is aborted, and if we scroll down in the log file, we see that the node mid is a floating node. This is a simple example, and it is easy to see that there is no DC solution for the mid node because the two capacitors are open at DC, so the DC bias points cannot be calculated. We can work around this issue by adding a very large resistor from the mid net to ground. We'll add a 100 gigaohm resistor. Now that the net is not floating, the larger resistor will not affect our simulations, and the simulator can complete the simulation and determine a solution for the DC bias points. Let's look at a second simulation with a slightly different problem. If we open the STPCLG project in the training directory, we see that the simulation will run a transient analysis with a 300 kHz 1 volt sine wave current source. In our simulation profile, we'll set the simulation to run to 30 microseconds, and when we run the simulation will run to completion. However, if we plot the voltage at the top pin of the R2 resistor, our waveform does not appear as a smooth curve. The time step selected by the simulator is too large. If we go back to the simulation profile, we can control the maximum step size by entering a maximum step size of 0.1 microseconds. Now when we rerun the simulation and view the voltage at the top pin of resistor R2, we see that we have a nice smooth curve. It is also worth noting that runtime settings such as the maximum step size can be scheduled to change during a simulation. Let's reopen our simulation profile and use the syntax, open curly bracket, schedule, open parenthesis, 0s, 0, 10 us, 0.1 us, close parenthesis, close curly bracket. This will schedule the maximum step size to start at 0, which tells the simulator to calculate a default value, at time 0, and then at time 10 microseconds, use a maximum step size of 0.1 microseconds. When we run the simulation, we can clearly see that we have a rough waveform up until 10 microseconds when the maximum step size gets set to 0.1 microseconds. For our last example, we'll open the Converge 3 design in the training directory, and we'll simulate our circuit with a transient analysis for 1 millisecond. When we run the simulation is stopped with errors. And if we scroll down, we can see that we have a convergence problem in our transient analysis. If we edit our simulation profile and go to the options category and look at our convergence options, we see our convergence parameters. PSpice AD uses the difference in the iterated values to determine how close the current solution is to the previous solution. When the difference in iterated values becomes less than this error tolerance, PSpice AD terminates the iterations. Realtol represents the relative error allowed for both node voltage and branch current iterations. The default is 0.1%. The simulator iterates until voltage to voltage and current to current iterations are within Realtol values. VN-tol and ABS-tol are absolute error tolerances in voltage and current, respectively, which are normally of less importance. One exception is for power circuits, where ABS-tol is often increased to shift the dynamic range of the simulator. When you run the simulation with AutoConverge set, PSpice AD initially runs using the normal values for the specified simulation time. However, if the simulation does not converge, PSpice AD changes the values within the relaxed limit of the parameters selected in the AutoConverge options dialog box. If convergence is not achieved at the end of the complete run, PSpice AD starts the simulation with an initial relaxed value if the restart option is selected. Notice that when we enable autoconvergence, our parameters get relaxed, allowing our simulation to converge and run completely. In this training byte, we discussed a few common PSpice simulation errors, and some simple solutions to resolve them.